Okay, what is up, clones? So yeah, welcome to the video that I promised was this 3 ways of split pushing. And yeah, I'm just gonna do 3 replays, not full replays, just only, show you the part of the split pushing in 3 kind of different ways. 3 kind of different ways, and yeah. So let's get started with the first one. Okay, so the first one is called Minion Catapult. I would call it Minion Catapult because, yeah, I'm gonna show you why. So you see, I got the Baron buff, and now I go back to get... Can I get items? There we go. So I got this Elixir of Ruin, which is gonna give me extra health, tank here, which is good. But the reason why I actually take it is the buff on the minions. You see, you do... Also on the towers, you do 50% bonus damage on the towers. Oh no, I used it. Oh shit. Can I... 50... Oh, come on, man. This is stupid. I'm, by the way, a bit sick, so sorry for that. Yeah, let me pause here so I can read what it actually does. 50% bonus damage to towers for 3 minutes. While this effect is active, nearby minions gain 50% bonus damage to towers and gain movement speed based on champion's movement speed. And now here's the thing. You also get Baron buff, which gives also extra damage to the minions. On top of them, it makes them even tankier and even more movement speed. I don't know if the Elixir actually works with the Baron buff. I think it works. It seems like it works. You're gonna see it. It's also... See, I got already so much movement speed, right? I got 415% movement speed. But see, with this item, you get 30% extra movement speed when you go near towers. Near these towers, doesn't matter if they're broken or enemy tower, you're gonna get 30% extra movement speed, and that extra movement speed is also partly gonna go to the minions. Also, you can still get the boots upgrade for even more movement speed. You got the black cleaver, which gives you even more movement speed when you kill minions or do damage or do auto attacks or something like that. So you can't tell, you're gonna be super fast with this build. First of all, this is my split pusher build, which I'm recently using and winning like really 80% of the games recently, which is really good. But the thing is, why this is called Minion Catapult is, all these buffs that you give to the minions with the Elixir, with the Baron buff, with all this movement speed. And now let's just look this. That's the theory, and now look at it in practice. You see the minions. You see this pushing. Now look how fast with the Hydra and everything. Look how fast you clear the enemy waves. And now look at this movement speed. Look at this. This is stupid. Let me actually see if this works. So the minions got with the Baron buff, they get 400. Yeah. Oh my god. You see this? The minions get 472 movement speed. I'm really sorry. I'm a bit sick right now. Now let me use the trinket. Is that gonna do more? Oh my god, almost 500 movement speed. Wait, is that the Elixir buff right there? I think that's actually the Elixir buff, if I'm not wrong. Is that actually... Oh, this is... Like it gotta work because it's not the same buff. You see, it's not the same buff. So it's not like it's only unique passive or something like that. So it should be actually working. Let's see the damage though. So before the Elixir, the minions got 20. No, that's weird. It should give bonus damage, right? Oh, to towers. Oh man, this is confusing. This is so bad. Yeah, I think it's working pretty good. You see this? You see the split push, just look at it. You see how fast these minions are. And now look at your own movement speed. I got like over 510 movement speed when I'm on the tower fighting. 510 movement speed. I can easily walk out of the Morgana ultimate and whatnot. I'm super fast, But the best thing is the minions are even, you know, really fast too. So it's really difficult to fight against somebody with movement speed. And when the minions have movement speed, being super tanky and doing so much damage, it's ridiculous. This is actually not a good replay. I'm gonna show another one where you can actually see the strength of the Minions Catapult strategy on this one. But yeah, what happens here is, you know, the split pushing goes really good actually. Morgana comes in the way. I almost killed her, and then suddenly Riven and Nidalee over here, my team is really good aware. They go for the mid lane, so yeah. They get me, but my team get the inner. So, see, the thing is, like what I realize, I'm actually gonna go to the next replay right now. But what I realize is, the hardest thing for people to do in any game is right this. You can get the first tower easily, you can get the dragon, get the enemy jungler, get the second tower. But when it comes to the inhib tower, it gets really difficult to get into there. And when you can force 2 or 3 enemies to you, your team is gonna have easy way to get into that. And if they don't stop you, you're gonna get that other lane, you know. You can easily get that. With that minion catapult strategy, you can just overrun it with 1 minion wave, especially when you have Baron buff. Oh yeah, and let's not forget, you also get extra movement speed from the dragon. When you get at least 3 dragons, you know, you're gonna have extra damage on the towers, extra AD AP, extra movement speed. Let's say you get even the 4th dragon, you're gonna do even better wave clear. It's ridiculous. Like this season, since the whole season, it's all about split pushing, and it was never that easy because now you have so much power that you can give to the minions, and that's just, I wouldn't say it's broken. It's something new. But it's just, I don't think people really realize that. Like what the Baron buff usually actually do right now is you just stand on the minion wave and just stand behind the minion wave, give them this buff and let the enemy suffer on this tankiness of the minions. You know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like unstoppable, this Baron buff. It's really stupid, man. Just super snowballing, you know. So all you have to do is just with the Baron buff, you stay behind the minion wave. That's all you have to do. But I realize a lot of people get the Baron buff and they're like, oh yeah, we got this gold, we got the Baron buff. Now it's time to either jungle or fight the enemies. Now the best way to use the Baron buff is just go with the minions. Simple as that. And when you get the extra stuff, even more movement speed, better wave clear, get the Elixir of Ruin and whatnot, all the drain buffs, the minions are gonna be so strong. It's, oh man. Alright, let's get to the next play. Now this is what I like to call the instant rotation. You see, we took this tower a minute ago, and now we go to the top lane. We are playing as a team. We're really playing as a team here. We push together. We pushed this together a minute ago, as I said, and now my team pushed this one, which is really good. Minions right on the tower. The tower is low, and now we're over here doing a nice pressure. They all have to go over there. You see, everybody's aiming for the top lane tower. And now I see this, I realize there's not much to do. Like if I went over there, all we had to do was just waiting and waiting. We got no Baron buff. We got JC, but like the rest can't really poke or anything. We would have to tower dive them or just wait for JC to do some nice poke, but that would take too long. I see the tower is low, I see the minions over there. I do instant rotation on this one. Just straight ahead, go for the tower. Doesn't matter if I'm tanking the tower. Like it wouldn't even matter if there is no minions or the tower is full HP or whatnot. But okay, that was the reason why the enemies went over there, because the tower is so low. But the thing is, if I go for that, they have to turn on me. You see, 1 or 2 guys are gonna turn over here. Meanwhile, my team can either push this or follow up on this one and try to help me out. You see, they still focus on me. Ultimate for me, focus on me, both AP casters for me, and my team meanwhile coming in. Tower is already down. I took that one down, and now they got easy play. They can easily overrun the base. Simple as that. And that would be already the win if they went for it. That could be already the win, but we won it like 1 minute later after taking the Baron and overrunning them. That's the second split pushing way, the instant rotator. Let's get to the next one. Now what I would like to call this one is the kamikaze split pusher or the lazy split pusher. What I'm doing in this game is simply I keep moving to the bot lane the whole time, you know, far away, the lane that is far away from the dragon, the Baron of course, and I'm meanwhile pinging the Baron. I'm telling my team, go for that Baron. I'm over here having nice pressure. The tower is still full HP. I never even really got to get that tower, even get it down. But what I'm doing simply is I'm constantly, you see this? Constantly being on the bot lane. Even if they kill me, I just run to the bot lane over and over. My items are always the same, the split pusher items, Hydra, Black Cleaver, Ninja Tabi boots, always standard build. But what I do is just randomly go into the jungle the whole time after I push this bot lane down. And Evelyn, Janna, Vayne is always over here, Cannon always over here. I'm pinging my team, as I said, go for the Baron, easy. 4 enemies are going for me for some reason. You see, I'm trying to somehow survive this. Trying to survive it as long as I can. And I did die a lot doing this strategy actually. You see, I died already 3 times split pushing like that. And yeah, they kill me, but I take a lot of their times. Meanwhile, my team take Baron, they take the mid and nip down. Simple. Now what I still go for the bot lane. I never stop going for the bot lane. You see, I push that, go to the enemy jungle, force them to the jungle. They kill me. I could do it better and survive longer or so, you know, but it doesn't matter. My team is doing it. Now they go for the top lane and try to take that down. The enemies are doing good. They defended pretty well, but you know, they just can't deal with this constant pressure. This one annoying Shaco on the bot lane keeps pushing bot lane, and for some reason it's like 3 or 4 enemies always come for me on the bot lane. But like the rest of my team, you see, they got 3 lanes. Only the Riven is trying to stop 4 of my teammates, while the rest of her teammates are trying to stop me. You see, it's unbalanced for them, so they suffer under the pressure. Second inhib is down. Now Baron is up again, and I actually start grouping now. Because why do I group now? Now it's the time to actually group, because I got really good items. I got Hectrick, I got everything, all I need. My team is strong. We already took Baron, a lot of dragons. We got 3 dragons, that's the 4th. And yeah, we took the inhibs down. This is already free. You see, this is almost down and whatnot. I didn't even tickle that tower. You see this? But now you see the second Baron is up, and they might turn this if they take that Baron. So I have to group with my team this time. Now I'm grouping. We get that together. We go for the Baron together. The enemies can't deal with it. They just can't deal with it. And now we just kill them over there and can finish the game. That's a kamikaze slash lazy split pusher. That's a 3rd one. Okay, so here's another version of the Minion Catapult strategy of split pushing. You see, it's the same. I pushed that lane, went back to get the elixir with the Baron buff. We got again 3 dragons. It's almost like the same situation, just a different game. Again, top lane. Why top lane? Because Baron is already gone, so my team can actually pressure this one, and I push this lane. Why? Because it feels like it's actually easier to split push on the top lane, because you also got the blue buff over here, so when it gets up, so you can take it. You get full CDR with it, because I got 20% on the Black Cleaver, 10% on the runes and masteries, and with that you get 40% with the blue buff, and you have this mana, you know, so you have sustain, endless sustain. You have HP sustain enough. You got Hydra, active and passive sustain. You get passive sustain from this item. Do you? Yeah, you do. And you get passive sustain from the Spectral Crawl. I don't have the Spectral Crawl yet, but when I get it, the sustain is ridiculous. You're always full HP. The only problem would be your mana, so you can get the blue buff when it's up, when you're split pushing top lane. Since Baron is gone, my team doesn't need to put pressure on the Baron or anything. It's gone, so they can go for the bot lane instead. You know, it's easier to dive bot lane as well, because you have better sight over here. You see, this is so, it's like a line, so you can easily target the enemies over here instead of over here. If you try to dive over here, you see the tower is like in the way, and it's like not very comfortable if you wanna dive this one. It's not that easy to dive this. Mid lane might work out as well, but it's just, you know, this line You see this? It's perfect for diving. This is perfect. You can skill shots, etc. You can easily use them just like that. You can see the range and whatnot. But in here, it's difficultier than here, you know. So that's the thing. Anyway, you see, I got big minion wave, I got Baron and everything, Minion Catapult, and there we go. We push that lane, and now look at this movement speed of the minions. Look, when I even get to the tower with the 30% movement speed. You see this? This is ridiculous. Look how fast the minions are running, dude. Like, you don't have to wait for the minions like that. You don't have to wait for wave. It's like instant push. You see this damage on the tower? Do you see that damage with the dragon, with Baron buff, with the elixir and whatnot? And I'm just having a nice pressure. My team is actually in the base. The Riven is dead and whatnot. 2 of the enemies are dead as well. Both of their front lines, Rek'Sai and Irelia. That's why I could go so aggressive on that. So yeah, I'm keeping the pressure over here. You see the blue buff is up. That's what I'm talking about. I can heal up. I get the blue buff. I can easily heal up on the minions. You see the sustain, the blue buff. Perfect. Now the Rek'Sai is trying to stop me. They can't deal with the movement speed. Irelia is over there. She even got the oracleizing. Yeah, she used it already. They just can't deal with this, dude. You see this? Keep waiting for another wave. The Baron buff just went out, which is bad, but you still got the elixir. You still got the movement speed on the minions. It's so good. Now the AD carry is coming because the Irelia, the Rek'Sai don't have enough damage. They actually chase me over here, and yeah, I think they get me, do they? Yeah, they get me, but now you see my team finally got over there. And the Elessar somehow kills the Severe, man. This is ridiculous. Oh, nice. But you see this, my team is meanwhile winning over here. There we go. Ace. Simple as that. And now they can get the Zenith. Simple as that. Like, one enemy can't stop that split pushing of yours. 2 enemies barely can. 3 enemies can stop you maybe. But it's like, if 3 enemies are gonna go for 1, what are the rest of the, like the rest 4 teammates are gonna do, you know? It's so unbalancing in that situation. And now they take that inhib, they do some nice damage on that. I just go instantly for the top 10 again. Keep the pressure, keep the pressure. Again, Riven and Rek'Sai try to stop me. Now my team comes for the help. You see this? My team instantly comes for the help because they took that one. And what do? Look at this now. Look, that's like combined. That's a combined situation over here. It's like all the split push ways in one game, in one situation. The Minion Catapult, the Kamikaze Shaco, or the Kamikaze Split Pusher, or the Lazy Split Pusher, and the Instant Rotator. You see this? I'm over here. I'm forcing over 3 enemies to me, while my team took this one. You know, before we did the Minion Catapult, you saw it before. So now we're doing this one. And now my team is coming for the help. They don't go for this one instead. They come to help me out. And yeah, they're already pretty low. 2 of them already dead. And now we take this tower down. They can get that inhib. You know, we take that inhib. And now the enemies get back. Look at this now. They fight over here. They fight over there. She's chasing me. What do? I don't go back. I just go for the next tower because it's a few hits. And just get that down as well. Simple as that. Simple as that. And then we get all the inhibs in an instant. Or we can just simply finish. Like, that's how you split push basically. You either force 3 enemies to you by having a really nice pressure with your minions, which you can have when you do the Minion Catapult associated with the Baron, Elixir and whatnot. If you force 3 enemies to you, your team easily, you know, can overrun another lane, another whatever. If you know, if you can't get into their base somehow, if the enemies are defending good, just do instant rotation when you see another lane is pushed like that, when you got minions on that lane, instantly just rotate to that one. And they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know. Because, like, they don't... How are they gonna communicate? It's solo queue. One guy's gonna try to defend it. Maybe the second guy. And then in that situation, when the second guy is getting the attention on me and try to, you know, defend this one, only 3 enemies will remain over there, while you maybe got 4 teammates, so they can overrun it in that situation, in that second. So now, if they overrun that, you know, 3 enemies, they can easily overrun them. What are the 2 gonna do? Are they gonna still keep moving to defend the other lane against me, against the split pushing Shaco? Or are they gonna turn back on that? Either way, they're gonna lose something. They can maybe defend it for a, you know, they can maybe defend one, but they're gonna lose the other one. They just have to decide this or that. And, you know, I like that pressure. I just love that double pressure, because they have to give up on something. It's like playing chess, you know. You want to defend something, but you have to give up something else, because how else are you gonna do it? If you don't take action, you might lose both of that. So you either gotta decide this or that. And I just love that one. I just love this mind games and whatnot. And yeah, this is pretty much it, clones. This game is this video is gonna be a disaster, I think. I just randomly started talking into it, didn't really plan how to do it and whatnot. The cam was probably pretty bad, and hopefully the microphone actually worked. I hope the mic wasn't muted or anything. Yeah, okay, so to the item build. You see, this is going pretty good. Like some games it's just not winnable, but except those ones, it's going really good, man. You can tell. Like lastly, you see this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 one, like, I don't know. Yeah, as I said, 8 of 10 games or so. As I said, 80%. Yeah, the item build. It's almost always the same. You see this? It's mostly this. Like most of the time, I don't get to build any further than that, because once I get these items and I start the split pushing, the game ends. It just ends, because the enemies just can't hold the pressure. But what I would do is, you know, usually, as always, Hydra first item, Ninja Tabi boots most of the time, Black Cleaver, Hex Rinker, and with that you get really nice AD and whatnot. And then get this item over here. Whoops. Get this item over here. It's so good, man. You get extra armor, passive sustain, movement speed. It's great. And you can either turn it into Armwrecker, which is gonna give you the rest of the 10% CDR and even more HP, or the Void Disease Z-Rod. How is it called? I don't know. I would probably go for the Armwrecker if I had trouble with the Tawas. Like most of the time I would go for the Armwrecker, I would say. I never get to build it, as I said. I never get to build out these last items. And now we got Spectral Crawl, some more HP, extra passive sustain, MR. And what you can turn this into is either Banshees or Spirit Visage. If you need extra sustain, of course Spirit Visage will be really good, and you also get the full CDR with that. So if it's like, if you get Spirit Visage on that, you should get Z-Rod on this one. If you get Armwrecker on that, you should get Banshees on this one. Either way, it's just super strong no matter what. You can, you know, upgrade the Hex-Rinker to the Maw of Metamorphosis if you need extra damage. And that would be the full build. I've also realized one of you clones told me in the last gameplay video, why don't you actually upgrade your trinket? And oh man, I'm so stupid. This is, if you upgrade this item, it's so broken. You can put 3 wards, 2 ones instantly. Like, for split pushing it's perfect, and it's only 250 gold, so I would get it in mid game when I start the split pushing. When I have the Hydra, at least I would, you know, Hydra and boots, I would start getting this item in that time and just split push. It's so good, man. Great vision control. Once you have a nice vision control, you can have a really secure split pushing, and you don't need to do the kamikaze split push Shaco. You can still do it if you just want to force the enemies to fight and let your team do other stuff like Baron and whatnot. It's good, but it's better if you actually survive it, of course. That's the item build. Okay. Runes, dude, I should really write down what I want to say, because otherwise I just can't stop talking. It's so bad. Anyway, 80 Bruiser Shaco XP. Why XP? It's like experimental, you know. I'm doing this build since a week or so. Nah, since a few days. Yeah, what do I have? 216 HP at level 18. You know, I got the glyphs, no, not glyphs, seals. Yeah, seals, all HP per level. I got essence, all attack speed. Yeah, attack speed, and we get 14% with that. We got cooldowns, flat cooldowns on the glyph. You get 7.5 cooldown reduction with that, and we got 80 on the marks on the reds. That's a room page. And the masteries, 80 bruiser Shaco XP. You see, I got it mixed up kinda. I got, you know, standard over here, all the 80 stuff and whatnot. And now I get these ones too, because, you know, with the extra 2.5 cooldown reduction on the masteries combined with 7.5 on the runes, you get 10% in the beginning of the game. And then get some extra attack speed, some extra damage. And now we get really tanky. You see, I go for a lot of movement speed. You saw it. I get the upgrade on the boots. I get that 30% thing. I get the Blade Cleaver for a lot of movement speed. And now when you get this, even if like you can't really dodge slows, because most of the forms, like most of the slow forms, come with extra AoE or, you know, auto attacks. You can't dodge auto attacks. Red buff, frozen mallet, and other on it effects, you can't dodge them. AoEs, it's really difficult, like Anivia, ultimates, or, you know, relays and whatnot. You can't really dodge those stuff, so you will get slowed eventually. And if you have this 15% less effectiveness on slows, it's really good because you really have high movement speed. And if you get that on top of that, slows are not gonna do much to you. I got the tough skin to be really good in the jungling. You know, you gotta have a nice early clearing till you get the Hydra. Once you have the Hydra, you're gonna be totally fine. Some extra sustain. You know, I don't know what else to put the last point in, but yeah, some extra HP, 36% and 36 health, flat health, and 3% maximum health. You know, with that you get like 250 HP from the runes at level 18. And then with the items, you know, frozen, not frozen, Blade Cleaver is gonna give you 400 extra HP. This is gonna give you 200, and you might get even more with the other item and whatnot. That's basically it. So you get 600 from the items. Dude, something is in my eye. 600 from the items, over 200 from the runes, some extra HP from the masteries. It should be like 700 around that HP that you get. Yeah, try this out, clones, and tell me if it's working for you or not. That's pretty much it. I gotta start editing this video now. It's gonna be so bad. I can't even check how the cam is. The cam keeps getting dark, dude. What is wrong with you, cam? What the fuck? This is gonna be so bad, man. Okay, that's it. I hope you still enjoyed it and learned something from it. And I will see you next time, clones. Fuck!